Great pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the opening of Artsfest 2016. I'm John Pym, I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, and it was me that invented Artsfest in 2015. The arts are a really important player in the economy of the West Midlands region, as is the university, and bringing the two together is a really important development for us. The Faculty of Arts is a really creative place to study, and Artsfest reflects that for our whole community and our region. Artsfest has really expanded just in 2 years since we put it in place last year. Last year there were 70 events. This year there's been over 100 events across the West Midlands and also in Stafford. It's fantastic seeing the expressions of joy on people's faces as they've been to the huge variety of events we've held over the last 2 months. This is one of the biggest arts festivals in England today.
Artsfest is an amazing and unique event where for the second year running the university's opened its arts doors, worked with community around it to ensure that many different people from different walks of life have an opportunity to engage in something from an artistic base. So for example, the whole concept and idea of a young person's nursery, where there are very different learning needs within those young people, coming here, seeing a particular performance, is a fantastic experience for them. For many of them, the first time they'd ever been in a theatre. And that's what we seek to do through Artsfest. We've got facilities, we've got students, we've got ideas, but more importantly, the community around us has many more ideas, and that's why we work together to push excellence in the arts, accessibility in the arts, and saying, look, just come and discover and find out.
I'm Christine McGowan. I'm the manager of the New Hampton Arts Centre. Well, we have had a number of events on during the Artsfest period. In particular, we had Ding Dong, which was a children's show, and we had a workshop that went with it called TikTok. Ding Dong and the workshop, it's great to have arts activities going on for children and young people, and the show in particular was for very young children, and we do have a policy of taking theatre down as young as possible with work that's specifically produced for that age group and is often very interactive. And people, I think, underestimate what young children can do and what they can enjoy, so it's really a bit good to be able to give people that opportunity. So it's great to do that and to have that children's activity as part of the whole Artsfest. It's not just about stuff for adults, it's the whole age range, I think is really important.
So Artsfest is a citywide arts festival which was started by the University of Wolverhampton and involves all the arts forms, so there's performing arts, fine art, computer games design, anything you can imagine taking place across the whole city. My main involvement in Artsfest was as an audience member going to see things. The one thing I took part in was 1448, which is the world's quickest theatre festival. So I took part in that as a director, and it was an amazing experience, I have to say. It's wonderful to see so many things going on. There were weeks and weeks where the city, the university was just full of arts activity. And I think it's great for the students as well to see so many things going on.
Did you guys rehearse that?
Barely.
I'm Kelly Jeffs and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Lighthouse Media Centre, which is a mixed arts venue in the city of Wolverhampton, and we're also an independent cinema. Part of the launch of Artsfest, lots of venues and community groups and arts groups all met in the Manders Centre and we were there to promote the activities for the up-and-coming festival. There was a music organisation called Beats a Bar that were showcasing some of their talent. There was the gang from Made in Dagenham from an operatic society that was being staged at the Grand Theatre. They did a couple of pieces. There was a young theatre group doing a piece from Greece. It was a fantastic atmosphere. We were there to tell people about what we were doing at Lighthouse, and it was a way of being able to tell the general public that there's actually some fantastic arts activities going on for the whole of June, and I think some people were quite surprised actually what was on offer. So Lighthouse offered a wide menu of activities this year as part of the festival. One of them was integrated into the launch of Artsfest, which is Deaf Fest. And Deaf Fest is held annually at Lighthouse, and it celebrates deaf-led artists and filmmakers, and it attracts hundreds of people from across the country and the world actually to celebrate deaf artists and deaf filmmaking. So that was part of the launch of Artsfest that was held at Lighthouse. A really exciting piece of artwork was created through the lifetime of Artsfest. It was Stitch the City, and it was led by a group that was set up at Lighthouse originally called Wolverhampton, spelt W-O-O-L, Wolverhampton, and it's a knitting group that meets once a month, and they've created, with the support of Lighthouse and Creative Black Country, a gigantic map of the key venues at Wolverhampton. So there's Lighthouse, there's Carver's, there's the Grand Theatre, there's the Arena Theatre, there's characters like Kathleen Moran, who was originally from Wolverhampton. It's a fantastic piece of artwork, and it's in pride of place in Lighthouse box office now, and was launched as part of a yarn bomb in June. So that was a really nice piece of work that was done for Artsfest.
Hi, I'm Lynn Richards. I'm the teacher in charge at Bromley Specialist Nursery, which is a nursery in Dudley which caters for children under 5 with special needs, severe and complex difficulties, ranging from autism to immobility, visual impairment and hearing impairment. Our involvement in Artsfest was around the Crazy Cats production of The Magic Flute. It was a massive effort by the Arena team to accommodate our children. We were able to meet the cast prior to the children coming to see the performance to allow them to become a little bit more familiar, and everyone was interested in what the children needed and how those needs could best be met.
There's monsters, where? Where are the monsters? Over here?
Behind.
No, over here? All right, I'll have a look if you say so.
I'll put the top on. Can you do a zap?
Zap!
We were allowed to use the Tilston area as a soft play and sensory experience. There's entitlement, which is what the children are entitled to and what we should be giving them. And then there's that whole experience of art, and that's way outside entitlement. It's about sharing that experience with the children and giving them the best experience we can possibly give them. And that day here, I think, was the best experience we could have given them. It's been an absolutely magical impact. I've been teaching for 36 years, and the experience was one of the best experiences of my teaching career, to see children with such significant difficulties being able to access theatre in such a magical way.
Artsfest is a celebration of all of the artwork that the University of Wolverhampton creates, but also all of the culture and artistic endeavour of the city of Wolverhampton and the wider Black Country region. So I think nominally I'm called Artsfest producer, but certainly the Arena Theatre takes a leading role in producing the festival. I worked with Fran Richards to deliver the festival, to deliver 120 events over a host of venues across Wolverhampton, Stafford, Walsall, and a few pop-up events in between as well. For the Arena Theatre, hopefully the impact is that it brings more people to our door. It brings more people here, more people who know what we're doing, find out about what we're doing, hopefully pick up a brochure, book some tickets to come and see other shows. It also means that we get to take part in some big creative projects, so we get to produce the annual graduate fashion show. We have the 1448 festival, which happens every year at the Arena. We're able to use the Artsfest period to do some big creative projects in the Arena, which we maybe wouldn't get to do at other times of the year. I think what Artsfest does for the university is that it allows the people of Wolverhampton to see what the university does and what the young people who are studying at the university are creating. But it also allows the university to give something back to the city, to support the city's artistic venues, cultural venues in growing their audience, introducing younger people to their activities, to their work, and hopefully by binding the cultural community of Wolverhampton together so that everyone works together, so that we have a sort of cohesive cultural community. And culture lives or dies on the community that it builds up around it, and one of the things that Artsfest has certainly done is help to solidify that community in Wolverhampton and help it to grow so that hopefully it can achieve more and more every year and build the cultural life for people around the city and also visiting the city from further afield. Artsfest in 3 words. Dynamic.
Creative.
Magical.
Exhilarating.
Citywide.
Choice.